This is Dave and welcome to Equity Story. Again, we're just being a little bit cautious today. As if you can see, the market has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times broken those trend lines. Every week it's managed to fight its way back up. I think just the way the Dow has been trading, we'll have a look at the Dow. We're just a little bit more sort of nervous of the markets at the moment. So just being sensible. We've got some mid caps and smaller caps companies we're trending. We put those on hold. We're actually not we're not trending any ASX 200 at the moment, and I think that's mainly because we've obviously picked the volatility in the market really well. Equity Story, and it gives a lot of credit to our model and our system. Just having a look at the Dow. Dow's sort of quite interesting because again, it had this really big, ugly black candle last week, and again, it certainly looks like it's got the support. I think on that level, 15,370. I think if it breaks that support, and this is the issue with the Dow, there's really not much support till you get back down to 13. So I think if it breaks these levels, and especially I think if it breaks around that sort of maybe 15,856 on a monthly, then we're going down a lot further. And trying to sort of put that into context with our market, where could a lot further be? And I'm guessing it's not going to be 4,800. I'm sort of think it's going to be more up around this sort of 4,350 level. So we're right to be cautious at the moment. But saying that, at Equity Story, volatility is a pain in the butt in some ways, but also it's a great time, a great opportunity for us to try and pick these little falls and make some really, really good money for you all. Just having a look at some of the stocks that we put on hold, and as you can see, IRI, which we bought as a long-term trend, absolutely looks stunning. That actually it was up today, I think, which is a really good sign. It's still on a hold just because of the market, but I think we'll end up doing pretty well on that fairly quickly. Elders, again, we went through all the stocks. I mean, that's on the long-term chart. Again, it's not doing anything. Why wouldn't you buy that? It's looking absolutely fantastic. So and holding that short-term trend, and even hub on that short-term trend, holding very nicely. Twice in the last 2 days come back below that 20 and bounce back off it. So all the trends look fine, the ones we put on. Isentia Group just holding that long-term trend. And again, look at Isentia Group here. What a good looking chart. So we've got some great companies that we're trending at the moment, and I think that's the important thing. That Equity Story, we do always just trend very, very, very good stories. As we predicted the other day that the banks were going to be a little bit weak today, and of course we were right on it. And I think some of the stocks have had some classic sell signals, and they've done they've pretty well clicked their signals today. NAB again looks absolutely weak. JHX, I think, had a classic sell signal, again down pretty strongly. AMP obviously had a classic sell signal. ANZ had a classic sell signal, and a few more off record had sort of pretty negative sell signals. Hardly sort of anything up today. One stock that did actually have a classic buy signal, we couldn't find much in the weekend on the ASX 200. I did find this little story on the 300, and because there weren't many classic buy signals, we put it on. And again, she obviously did jump up today, and actually looks pretty positive. I think it's important to understand I think the market is very different in a way. The ASX 200, how it will trade with the volatility, and how the sort of some of the stocks outside the ASX 200 trade under volatility will be very different, and that's something that we'll be looking at in the next 3 or 4 sessions, and how it will possibly affect our trading over the next month or so. Anyway, I look forward to bringing you this report to tomorrow night, and hopefully this week we might have a few 1 or 2 10 baggers coming on. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to Equity Story, and good night.